Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, straight from Spring, Texas, Mr. Bryan Anthony.
The songs that I choose to sing, I try to draw from personal inspiration or memories or life experience.
I'm in the mood for love, simply because you're near me. Funny, but when you're near me, I'm in the mood for love.
I think we all have connections to certain types of music. Mine happened to be the American Songbook, and it was not just the melodies, but the lyrics and the timeless sentiment of the songs, the words that cuts across all generations.
How much do I love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with dew?
Making a song your own is something that takes, I think, years of development and finding your own voice. And I think once you find your own voice, it's a lot easier to make a song your own.
If you're part of the tradition, then you're gonna have that in your style, and then you can pick out, I think, any musician and say, well, he sounds like so and so from the past and so and so from the past. And I think that in Bryan's situation, certainly the Sinatra, Tony Bennett, I mean, those guys are two pillars of male vocal singing, and I think that he draws elements from both of those guys and takes it to a different level. So I think if you're thinking, if you say continuum, then he's carrying on the tradition while at the same time pushing to do new things with his voice.
A love that's locked up inside. Every story worth the spinning must have a beginning. Once I had a secret love that lived within this heart of me. All too soon my secret love became impatient to be free. On a night like this, autumn's first breath of winter.
Night Like This was something Gary Norian wrote for me, my pianist. Gary's really gotten to know my voice and know what works for me, and knows the kind of music I like to sing. And so when he wrote this song, he tailored it to fit my musical style.
Someday come true. How I prayed that this vision would include you on a night like this.
More than anything, I wanted to write something that had that deep, dark kind of flavor to it.
The stars in your eyes are showing the way to your heart.
The melodic standpoint, it's a wonderful, wonderful melody. It's not the easiest song to sing. It certainly wasn't the easiest song for me to latch onto right away. Just so many images of nights that I've spent pop up in my mind when I'm singing this song.
To start on a night like this.
What about a song that would trace a first date from the thinking about the date before it starts to that ultimate first kiss? And if I could stretch that out and capture all the feelings and all the emotions that went on within that evening.
This sweet mystery to know if love is meant.
I feel like I'm a torchbearer of these wonderful songs, of American Songbook, of traditional popular music. And as long as it's out there and as long as it's going and people are listening, that's my goal. You know, it's just such a shame to have all this music locked away in a dusty closet. You know, it just needs to be out there, needs to be played, and it is timeless. It's that emotional sentiment that cuts across every generation.
Keep falling, I'm falling in love. I never, ever wanted to. What am I to do? I just can't help it. And my baby love has been my game.
People always ask me, you know, especially the older folks, the people from the World War II generation. Well, how did you get interested in my music? You know, what draws you to this music? And I say, well, you know, do you ask that of young people who are studying classical music? Because I really do put it up there with great art music, you know, and you don't have to be 200, 300 years old to study and love classical music. You have to have it inside of you, you have to have the passion, you have to have the desire, you have to just have the will to go out there and do it and try and pass it on to the next generation, just as they have with classical music.
To do, what am I to do? Can't help it.